Ukraine has struck 2 bridges in Russia's border Belgorod region with high-precision aviation bombs supplied to Kiev as part of military aid from Western partners. The struck facilities are Gryaznaya Bridge in Natazinka village and another bridge in Grafovka village. A video shared on Telegram app shows the moment of the strikes. However, there is no information about the exact date when the attacks were launched. Ukraine has stepped up attacks on Russia's strategic facilities. By destroying bridges, Ukrainian troops are trying to complicate logistics for the Russian army. Earlier on March 24, Ukrainian troops struck Belgorod region, demolishing a bridge and damaging a nearby gas pipeline.
Ukraine's Air Force has taken another major step forward in enhancing its capabilities with the arrival of additional F-16 fighter jets, as confirmed by President Volodymyr Zelensky. According to Euromaidan press media outlet, while he did not specify the exact number of the new planes, Zelensky dismissed Russian claims that one of the previously received jets had been shot down in Sumy Oblast, calling it a fabrication, as Russians shared no evidence to support their claims. This new reinforcement marks a crucial upgrade in Ukraine's ability to defend its skies and conduct offensive operations against Russian positions, particularly in regions like Kursk. The newly arrived F-16 fighters will increase combat capabilities and improve pilot training. Thanks to Canada's recent decision to provide 4 additional F-16 flight simulators, training more pilots simultaneously will ensure that more aviators are combat-ready sooner, which is crucial for Ukraine to continue flying more sorties. Euromaidan press says that one of the most critical roles the F-16 has played is in defending Ukrainian skies, proving their worth in intercepting incoming Russian missiles and drones. In one example, a Ukrainian-operated F-16 shot down 6 Russian cruise missiles in a single sortie. The pilot even used the aircraft's main cannon to destroy 2 of the missiles, showcasing both the skill of the trained Ukrainian pilots and the platform's versatility. This ability to take down incoming threats is vital, given Russia's daily bombardment of Ukrainian cities and infrastructure with drones and missiles. While Ukraine has been defending itself using Soviet-era jets like the MiG-29 and Su-27, these aircraft were never designed for modern air combat or missile interception. The F-16, with its advanced radar systems and missile capabilities, is far more effective in this role. Since the start of the war, Ukraine has repeatedly emphasized the need for Western fighter jets to counter Russia's air power. Euromaidan press states that having more F-16 jets in its arsenal means that Ukraine can improve its operational flexibility in the skies, switching from purely defensive to offensive missions at a much higher pace, with overall bigger efficiency and with less risk. With the continuous degrading of the Russian air defense network, through a massive operation destroying hundreds of Russian launchers, radars, and electronic warfare systems over the past months, The increased quantity of F-16 fighter jets gained the freedom to be used aggressively in offensive roles as well. They were recently involved in airstrikes on Russian military positions, infrastructure and headquarters in Kursk, dealing significant damage and sabotaging Russian efforts working in tandem with Ukrainian MiGs. Beyond striking ground targets, Ukraine's F-16 jets are also well equipped for air-to-air combat. They feature advanced radar systems, superior missile capabilities, and a relatively small radar cross-section compared to many Russian fighters, making them harder to detect and target. Recent footage of Ukrainian F-16 sorties shows them carrying AIM-120 AMRAAM missiles, external fuel tanks, and additional air-to-air sidewinders. This loadout suggests that these jets were on a mission to engage Russian aircraft rather than a ground attack mission, demonstrating Ukraine's growing ability to challenge enemy fighter jets. Euromaidan Press says that overall, with each new shipment of F-16 and other Western fighter jets, Ukraine strengthens its ability to defend itself and push Russian forces back. More jets mean better protection from missile strikes, more successful air raids on Russian positions, and improved capabilities in aerial combat. As additional jets arrive from Western allies in the coming months, Ukraine's Air Force will continue to evolve for the better. During the negotiations between Ukraine and the US in Saudi Arabia, the parties agreed to ensure safe navigation in the Black Sea and to implement the agreements reached by the presidents regarding a complete ban on strikes against Ukraine's and Russia's energy infrastructure, says Ukrainian Defense Minister Rustem Umerov, who participated in the talks. On the 24th of March, delegations from the US and Russia concluded their negotiations in Riyadh. The talks lasted more than 12 hours and were closed-door. Umerov notes that the bilateral technical consultations in Riyadh focused on the security of energy and critical infrastructure, safe navigation in the Black Sea, as well as the release and return of our prisoners and children. According to him, this meeting was a logical continuation of successful consultations with the US in Jeddah. First, as the Ukrainian defense minister points out, all parties agreed to ensure safe navigation, cease the use of force, and prevent the use of commercial vessels for military purposes in the Black Sea. At the same time, he highlighted a key aspect for Ukraine. The Ukrainian side emphasizes Russia's movement of its military ships beyond the eastern part of the Black Sea will be considered a violation of the spirit of this agreement and will be viewed as a breach of commitments to ensure freedom of navigation in the Black Sea and a threat to Ukraine's national security. In such a case, Ukraine will have full rights to exercise its rights to self-defense, Umerov stressed. According to Andriy Klimenko, head of the monitoring group on sanctions and freedom of navigation and a project at the Black Sea Institute of Strategic Studies for the effective implementation of the agreement, it is crucial to hold additional technical consultations as soon as possible to coordinate all details and technical aspects of implementation, monitoring and control of the agreements. He emphasized that Ukraine has never attacked civilian vessels in the Black Sea or in Russian ports, nor the Russian ports themselves, only oil depots at Port Krim in Tuapse. Additionally, as part of the agreements, the White House stated that the US would help restore Russia's access to the global agricultural and fertilizer export market, reduce maritime insurance costs, and expand access to ports and payment systems for such transactions. Klimenko explained that in reality, these Russian goods were never under sanctions, so there is nothing to restore, and suggested that the US might be unblocking a few Russian banks under this pretext.